Of course, it doesn't help that scouts are like paper aeroplanes.
No, it doesn't. And it also doesn't help for Smace that there's no sign of a Templar archives yet, because forcing forcing the Zerg into mass Hydralisks, you'd want to have Storm. And what's more, Smace has added a second cybernetics core behind his main mineral line. He's upgrading air weapons, and he's going to, I guess, be getting air armor on that. He's also got, I guess, that wouldn't be scout that wouldn't be scout vision being upgraded, would it? That just seems like it would be shockingly pointless.
Yeah,
He's really committing to this. He's really committing to these scout shenanigans.
yeah, he's got 2 cybers, 3 stargates, and all the scout upgrades going down. This is silly.
What I think is also silly is actually Harlequin's response. If you look over at his third base, he's just put up 4 spore colonies there.
That's a
He's
bit
got
overkill.
he's got 3 in his natural. He's got 4 in his main. So I mean, this has done a lot of economic harassment without the scouts even flying into the base yet.
He's actually got 5 spore colonies at his natural, so yeah,
So
that's
that's
way like overreactive.
that's 13 drones in total that have gone away without the scouts even having had to do anything,
Yeah,
and still more scouts being pumped. This is just bizarre.
I think if Harlequin loses this game, he will probably end up like crying or something.
I I think so. I think first of all, if Harlequin loses this game, there's going to be a rage quit. There's not going to be a GG anywhere to this. Um, I think Harlequin expected, and kind of rightly so, a little bit more respect from Smace than this. I mean, they're both kind of roughly sea level ICUP players, but the thing is, Smace is showing Smace is showing a higher level of play here, and he's going to try to bust this spore colony at the third and just get sort of a window onto this drone line. He kills off a spore colony. I'm pretty sure that's just going to be rebuilt because, yeah, Harlequin's shown
Wow,
himself paranoid. He's got enough scouts in that mass to one-shot overlords in the air and hydralisks on the ground. So
that's crazy.
it's like how did this game ever come to this? And again, as far as the food totals go, Smace is ahead by 30 again.
Usually with Zerg, you want to be like much further ahead than your opponent, but if you're 30 behind, there's not much you can do really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with any race, you want to be ahead of your opponent. Like Zerg, as far as I've often seen it, as far as the evaluations go, Zerg is okay at 20 behind because they've usually got fewer workers at any given time. But like if they're getting to 30, 40 food behind, it's a dangerous situation. But he has got a pretty decent number of he's got a decent number of hydralisks, and he is going to be able to start pushing on the ground. It's like yes, Smace has got air superiority, but that's at the expense of some pretty severe ground inferiority. So here comes, control group and a half of Hydras pushing out across the middle of the map. Some interesting micro going on at the back of the natural as Smace is trying to micro against these spore colonies, and the defense is
That's
there.
crazy.
This is just hilarious. Huge number of Hydralisks looking to make a break somewhere. I think they've chosen the wrong spot to do it, especially since there's nothing actually behind this wall of cannons. This is turning out to be a bit more of a feint. And meanwhile, those scouts still kind of running rampant across the map. But yeah, these cannons are finally going to go down. And thing is, it still looks like Smace needs a bit more on the ground to deal with all these Hydralisks, and he has added another few gateways in his main to help him out toward doing that. But I think there's a certain window of time where if Harlequin just keeps getting the Hydralisks rolling and just keeps rallying them there, he will be able to break the natural and push up into the main.
These scouts are doing quite a bit of damage. I think they've taken out about 5 or so spore colonies in just the like 2 positions there at Harlequin's natural.
It's interesting because the thing is that Harlequin can afford to lose spore colonies as long as he doesn't lose much else. But I'm really surprised to see Harlequin pulling all of these Hydralisks back like this. He has, I think he still has ground superiority. He's just not using it, and I have to think this is a big mistake on his part, and it's really giving Smace a degree of advantage that he probably shouldn't have. Although, to his credit here, Harlequin is catching up in the food count.
And he is getting a Defiler Mound. And 2 queens are out.
Oh my, are we going to see some ensnare antics and perhaps some plague? And sort of, I guess, the more operative question, is it going to be too late? Because Smace is getting his third up. He's got a huge block of cannons.
It's 8 cannons there.
And, well, I guess, like, Dark Swarm will be pretty good for breaking that, but is the attack going to come in time? Or is Smace going to be able to transition into enough of a ground-based army to just repel that? Because he's going pretty much all Zealots here. He has finally got a Templar Archives down, and he is warping in a number of High Templar. He's also upgrading ground unit shields at the Forge, which is an interesting choice after the +1.
He's also getting weapons and armor. I don't know if you said that. I kind of zoned out for a second.
No, I only saw the plasma shields going, but has he got? Oh, he's got 3 forges running.
Yeah.
Wow. There's the ensnare on all of those scouts. And you know what? They're still somehow outrunning these Hydralisks in spite of that. I guess that speed upgrade really makes a
Actually kind of
difference.
helps.
So yeah, players looking to do some humiliating of others. It's like, remember your scout speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are those storms? No, they've got to be coming pretty soon.
Uh,
Oh no, it looks like you've just dropped. Are you still there? Oh wow, and there goes your Skype. Okay, well, it looks like we've lost Fluffy, and that's pretty crap. I guess as soon as I can drop him, I will, and I'm gonna just carry on this commentary on my own. That is unfortunate indeed. 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, the unexpected frustrations of this. Alright, he's dropped, we're back. Alright, these Templar have just gotten enough energy to throw some storms around. The Scouts are still doing their thing, which is decidedly not scouting. And now these Hydralisks have a difficult choice. Are they going to focus on the Scouts or on the cannons? The cannons are probably the ones doing more damage, but the Scouts have just been annoying him all day as this sort of psychological weapon. Nice storm there. Finally, that's going to really weaken these Hydralisks, give these Zealots and whatnot a good chance to start cleaning up. But, again, with all of these spore colonies, is the Scout strategy really going to pay off? To a certain degree, it actually has. It's let Smace set up a third base, and it's really prevented Harlequin from moving out and securing himself a fourth. So economically, this scout thing has somehow actually paid off, which does not really bode all that well for my or anyone else's esteem of Harlequin here.